Today I thought it'd be super fun to show you some of the unseen corners of my butterfly garden. One of the first places is right back here, back in this little corner where I hardly ever bring you, except like when my red star anise is blooming. But back here, there's like this little hidden kind of cove, and I really love how it looks. There's a split leaf, and there's a couple of elephant ears, and there is this most fabulous American pokeweed back here. It's growing all up into the oak tree branches that are leaning over this way. And it is the coolest plant. I have another one I'll show you in another little part of my garden that I hardly ever film. So if you look down here, that goes to the back side of my outdoor enclosure. And this little walkway has really stayed clear, which I think is kind of cool. But I don't walk in there because there's spider webs. I can see one right now. I don't know if you can see it on camera. And I don't have any reason to. This kind of just grows however it wants to. And right here, which I still haven't finished trimming down, is my coral fire spike. And oh yeah, one of them is blooming. I'll go show you in a minute. So honestly, this whole area, if I had a notion to, I could come back and plant out. This is like an ideal shade garden. But right now it's just going natural, and I kind of like it. I just glance back here and it looks like this little secret hidden spot. Here's one of the fire spike blooms. Hummingbirds love these. These completely froze back, and now they are growing back, and I'm glad to see them. And that they're blooming already is fabulous. They back right up to my big compost pile. Isn't that pretty? That's completely wrapped around with intentional trellising with passiflora incense growing all over it. Completely surrounds my little compost bin. And I just throw my cuttings in there. And when it gets too high, I'll go find one of the elephant ears that is like finishing up its beautifulness, and I'll cut it and I'll lay it flat over this, and it acts like a blanket, and it holds the heat in, and you'll literally see this will start to shrink down as it bakes and cooks and makes soil down below that I'm sure these fire spikes and kunti plants are loving being right next to. Another place that I want to take you, that we haven't been to in a while, outside the garden gate, not the side yard garden, that's a hot mess, but this little walkway is on the outside of the fence, and it's actually our property. And I would come down here and walk and look for like caterpillar eggs. I still have not found any zebra longwing eggs, which is surprising to me because I see them in my garden. I used to be able to spot them like that. And I do see them flying back in here regularly. There's my wild black cherry tree. Look how big it's gotten. So I thought, well, I need to walk back here and just look and see if I see any eggs. And also back behind my outdoor enclosure is my sweet acacia tree, which it's huge because it's taller than the enclosure now, so I can see it from the other side of the enclosure. And I want to go check on it also. I do not see any eggs. Here is we were just looking at this. We were just over there. Look at the color of these stems of this American pokeweed. And here we can get some up here. It gets these beautiful flowers and it gets berries on it, but it'll come up everywhere. The cool thing is, though, is that it's easy to recognize when it is coming up and it's easy to pull out. So I think it's really neat. I might be the only person that thinks that, but that's okay. It's my garden, right? It's my garden. I can do what I want. So now we're coming up to behind. Wow, the passiflora incense is just growing everywhere, but I do not see any eggs. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, well, he just flew away. So there's the back of my outdoor enclosure. But look at my sweet acacia. Look how tall it is. That thing took off. It's incredible. It's not blooming right now, but when it blooms, we're going to come back out here and come back and see it. And not only that, but back here in the, oh, this is my sweet acacia. Why are you down here, sweet acacia? It's thorny. It's caught. The passiflora incense has it caught. Oh, I'll have to come back and pull some of that off so it'll let go and be able to go up. See, we didn't know we were going to do some work while we were back here. We thought we were just coming to look. There, it's a little bit more free. There, that's better. The scissor bugs. Wow, I just love that. That's awesome. Sweet acacia, Florida native, gets these cute little yellow puffball flowers on it. And then back here, look, is my banana tree. Look at that. My banana tree with passiflora incense growing over it. There's a happy little pollinator. They love these flowers. Look at this incense. It's like all the way up. I love it though. I mean, I don't care. I don't care. So isn't this cool? We haven't been out here. Oh, look, this branch is being pulled down too. Okay, yeah. Passiflora incense. You have to let my sweet acacia. Oh my goodness, look at all that. Okay, hang on a minute. That is so much better. This whole branch here was completely pulled down. So you're free, sweet acacia. Enjoy that. I'm so sorry I haven't been back here to check on you sooner. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a papaya. Oh, I love it. Yeah, see that enclosure? Like one thing cool, I love it, but it completely blocks access to back here. I used to just walk right through there. So everything back here has just been left to its own devices, particularly passiflora incense. See, look at in there. It is so cool in there. It's all overgrown. I mean, I can just standing, like leaning in. There is a coolness to it. Okay, I'm gonna go back in the garden. Oh, good Lord. You guys, there's the hugest spider. Do you see it? Oh, I walked right by it before and I didn't even know. Ugh. Spiders are not my thing, and it's got something. It's wrapping up something and eating it. You don't want to see. If you don't like spiders, close your eyes because you're going in close. Oh my gosh. Like the wind is making its. Look, there's the ugly blue thing. Oh, The wind is making it shake. Look at that thing. It's huge. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Back in, look at the alligator flag. I've got a bunch of buds on the swamp rose mallow too. Oh, and I have another little mallow. The salt marsh mallow is blooming. Let me go see if there's a bloom on it. I can show you. No, it doesn't. It will again though. It's got a ton of buds on it, but they're the cutest they're like a little hibiscus flowers, but they're light pink and they look like little cups. They're so cute. I'll be sure to keep my eyes open for a bloom and show you again. This is on the back side of my Florida wetland garden, right behind all of the narrow leaf sunflowers. It is in a wetland pot, and I'm not sure, it just came up there. I don't remember planting this in here, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe I did. Sweet scent, mountain mint, cut-leaf coneflowers, starry rosinweed, gara. It's all leaning over because like I was watering with my hose and it's all like bent over with the force of the water. Oh, and look at this. I feel like I showed you this before. There's only one flower here that is full force blooming. And so all the little insects are trying to get on that one in the middle, but there's not enough room for all of them. So like they'll jump out to one of these, but they're like, no, I want this one. So all these other flowers need to hurry up and start turning blue and put their nectar out. So these little guys will have more than one flower. Oh, and this is my Orangium integrifolium. Another wetland plant. Look at the little green guy. See, he's on it too. And he's going around the bottom of the plant because you can see that's where the little blue color is on this flower. It's not like the full flower. So it's just going around in circles around the bottom. See, here he comes. Until he saw me went in. Oh my gosh, they're so funny. So the other little corner of my garden that we don't go to very much is back here where my sassafras tree is and my false indigo that I don't know if it's going to put on more flowers or if it's going to put out seeds. Mostly because there's no way to get back here. I mean, I have walkways everywhere, but this one is completely like, if I want to go back there, I have to step over all this, which we're about to do. So here we go. Okay, we're back. So look, there's a huge spider web back there too. Wow. My elderberry is back there. At the beginning of the season, like none of this was grown up. And I could walk right back there. I could walk right down here. Remember I put that little trellis in for the passiflora incense? Well, look what has grown up. That is another American pokeweed. Look how pretty it is. I love these things. And it's like kind of leaning over into a viburnum. And of course there's passiflora incense growing over it all. It has to be part of the game. And then right here is this adorable young sassafras tree. And it's coming up and it's growing fast. And then there's another one right over there that's coming up and we're just letting it. So we've got a whole little patch of sassafras trees back here. And I love it. And I think this is a neat little corner of the garden. This is that cast iron plant that's been here forever. And it just is here. We've been taking it out a little bit, but you can see, like, we don't do much back here, but it comes up naturally. I mean, all that pokeweed was like nothing, but now it's back because it dies back in the winter. And then by this bird bath and my little trellised pile of passiflora incense, I literally walk by and it'll have streamers. I just did this one. It'll have branches like running out. I'll just pick them up and throw them over the pile. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's all growing in and amongst itself, which is fine. You can just stay there and do that. My monstera's come back. Remember, it froze. Well, I also have a little pathway to nowhere back here, and it literally goes nowhere. It goes into the fence, but oh, please don't be a spider web that I don't see. Please don't be a spider web. There is a caladium randomly growing up back there, but if I get back there, oh gosh, do I want to do that? What if there could be like things? There could be rats living in the wood pile right there. Okay. Do you hear what a chicken I am? It's amazing I get anything done because I am the biggest chicken. I could tell you some really funny stories about hiking. Okay, we're going. You're coming with me. Here we are. We're going. No spider web. But if you go back here, you can look down. Isn't that cool? Down behind everything. Like, this hardly ever gets seen. And then here's the back side here with some Spanish moss. Okay. I am getting out of here now. Okay. And now a few fun facts about American pokeweed as we walk around the garden and look at butterflies and other awesome insects. It is native to the entire state of Florida, and it is highly toxic. It's gorgeous. Monarch. There's another monarch down there. They just, this year, oh, there's another one right there. This year, more than any, have I noticed. Well, of course, I have a lot more of it too. The starry rosinweed. The monarchs are just completely in love with it. Okay, back to American pokeweed. It is highly toxic. The berries were used by early American settlers and Civil War soldiers as ink for writing. And the Native Americans used the red coloring from the berries as a dye for clothing and textiles. But this is the cool part, is that not butterflies. We're looking at butterflies. Birds are immune to the toxicity of the berries, and they love them. Many native bird species like northern cardinals, mockingbirds, catbirds, mourning doves will devour those berries. So great for a bird-friendly garden. Here's our little scoliid wasp. Oh, there's another. There's nobles. Well, anyway, they're on the beloved mountain mint. And a super cool fun fact is that the juice, the red dye, the red coloring from the berries is being researched by scientists because it is highly light absorbing. And so they're researching using it for an efficient low cost coating that's going to provide flexible fiber based solar cells. So they're going to paint it on flexible fabric surfaces and use them to collect solar energy. At least that's what they're studying now. Is that not fabulous? I love finding out stuff like that. Okay, American pokeweed. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere for sale, but it comes up in my garden. Oh, and you know what? The seeds can stay viable for 40 to 50 years. They'll just get like buried underground through natural occurrences in the environment. And all of a sudden, like an animal digging or something will get it up close to the surface where it gets exposed to light, and it will germinate. Do I worry about the highly toxic part? Not really, because there are so many plants in this garden that are highly toxic. My dogs know, I guess, naturally through instinct, maybe because they're purebreds. I don't know, but they know what they can eat, like Smith Square stuff. They love it. And they ignore the rest. So I don't know. I have tadpoles in my wagon, my cart again. And look, there's a little frog. So that is the frog of whatever the tadpoles are. Don't tell me if it's something bad. Don't tell me if it's something bad. So some of these tadpoles are big. I don't know if you can see them. I just think they're funny. I hope you can see them. Let me come at a different angle. See, look at the little frog go. And of course, I have some adorable caterpillar updates to share with you. First, remember the Polydamas babies that I moved into the outdoor little pop-up tent and put on the Aristolochia littoralis that's encased in there? Well, they ate it all. They ate it all. Look at this. I mean, you saw this back before. And there's still one in there going round and round. Don't worry, I'll take care of them. So now they're here. Fortunately, they went right back to eating the Aristolochia tomentosa. So I don't even know. Maybe they'll go from littoralis to tomentosa, but not from tomentosa to littoralis. Who knows? Maybe it was just a peculiar thing about that one caterpillar. I don't know. But what I do know is littoralis cannot be for pipe vines. So that's why I have it in that little tent for those of you who are new here. So only Polydamas will get to it. Anyway, I'm going to go get that other one that was going round and round and bring it in here too, and get them some more pipe vine. I'm taking cuttings from my garden because it's growing back nicely, and I'm moving it in here for them. They're all pretty big. They should stop eating soon, hopefully, please. And of course, there were two in there, and I'll keep checking, see if I find anybody else. I don't want them to be trapped in there with no food. No worries. Okay, I got a bunch more pipevine in there for them. They're so cute. And look at little spicebush. He's like preparing to pupate, but he's like half out of his little tube. Just waiting for that signal that tells them to start their final molt and reveal their chrysalis. And then behind them are my stem cuttings of wild black cherry tree with the eastern tiger swallowtail eggs on them. I posted that find in my community. Make sure you're checking the community because I post updates there now. My giants are getting giant. They're pretty big. And almost all of my eastern black swallowtail caterpillars, I think there's 2 left on that cutting, have pupated. I have some new cuttings of wild lime with some giant swallowtail eggs on them, so I'll have more babies. And that little white sphere that's not focusing because it's super tiny is a white peacock egg. I watched her laying them on my Bacopa monarch water hyssop, and I brought some cuttings in that have the eggs on them. So I hope they hatch because these are adorable little fuzzy caterpillars. So cute. I designated this the monarch enclosure because it just works perfectly for just them because of how they pupate. It's not easy to move their chrysalides. I mean, it is, but I'd just rather them hang in here and enclose. It worked really well with that first batch of monarchs, if you remember many videos ago when I was releasing a bunch from here. So I'm just doing them in here. And then the big enclosure is where I'm putting all the other chrysalides. Now there's some monarchs in there. I moved the Tinker Toys in here, and the monarchs that I did have hanging in there are in there. It gives them a lot more space to eclose. I can see them very clearly. I can see them up top where that other one where the monarchs are. I really can't see in the top very well. And I can tell if they're ready to fly or if they still are drying. So I love this setup. There's a Polydamas right back there. And I know I'm ever changing things, but it won't focus. But I am working with this every single day, and I'm trying to find what's most user friendly for me. And this is where we are now. So it looks pretty ominous out right now. Really, really dark clouds. Winds are picking up. I hope we get some rain because the last 2 days we've had lots of thunder around and no rain. It like all moved around us. So maybe today's my day. And it's a good time to wrap up this video because it's going up tonight. And I have an emoji question for y'all. Because, you know, when I go through the emojis, there's some really cool looking emojis. So what is an emoji that you think is really cool looking, but you really don't have a reason to use it, but you want to use it? And maybe there's more than one. Use them now. You see the wind. Use them now in a comment on this video. Thank you for watching. Please tap the like button. I've been forgetting to remind you guys of that. If you want more or you just want to support what I'm doing here with my little channel, join the Milkweed crew. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.